Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to start our next chapter in the series of geography through mapping. Okay, and today's chapter is going to be the Indian rivers. Let us see some of the explanation and I'll tell you about the Indian rivers, their tributaries, the most important points that have been asked in the previous year questions of various state PSC examination as well the UPSC examination. And then ultimately we will deal the other part, that is of the MCQs, with the explanation later on. So let us start with the explanation part first. So if we talk about the Indian rivers, so basically the Indian river system can be divided. I have divided it particularly into two parts. The first one being the rivers of the North India. Now if you'll see the North India, then you will find three river system that is prominently there. First one is the Indus river system that is in the northwestern part of the country. Then there is the Ganga river system, and then there is the Brahmaputra river system. Now the Ganga river covers the northern and the middle Ganga plains area. Now if I tell you about the Brahmaputra river system, it is the river system of the northeast India. Now the next is the peninsular river system and then the South Indian river system. Now there are various peninsular rivers such as Narmada, then there is Son, which rises from the Amarkantak. All of this I'll explain you in a later phase of this video. And then the rivers of South India, which some of which arises from Western Ghats and some of which arises from the Eastern Ghats. All of this let us now see in the explanation part. Now if I talk about the Indus, let us see first about the Indus river system. Now this river Indus rises from Tibet, that is near Mansarovar. Now if I talk about the important tributaries of river Indus, it is Shyok, Gilgit, Hunza, Janskar. These all are the tributaries of the river Indus, and most of these are the right bank tributaries of the river Indus. Now these rivers all flows in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Most of this river flows there, and then ultimately they merge into the river Indus. From the Jammu and Kashmir, the river Indus flows directly to the Pakistan and drains a significant area. Now as we have seen, the civilization known as the Indus Valley civilization has been named on the name of this river Indus. Now if we talk about the tributaries of the river Indus in the northwestern part, then there is Ravi. Then the Ravi joins the Jhelums, Jhelum joins the Chenab, and Chenab joins the Satluj, and then Satluj ultimately joins the river Indus. So this is the orientation regarding the Indus river system. Now let us see Ganga, which is the longest river in India. Now this Ganga rises from Gomukh glacier in Uttarakhand. It rises from Gomukh in the Uttarakhand. Now some of the important tributaries that before the river Ganga is made, the important points which is mostly asked in the examination are Dev Prayag. Now Dev Prayag is the place where the river Bhagirathi and the river Alaknanda, both of them joins. Both of them meets each other. Okay, as we know, there's the Sangam, where the Prayagraj Sangam is at the Prayagraj, where the Kumbh of 2025 has been held. So there is a confluence of three rivers, that is river Ganga, then there is river Yamuna, and then there is river Saraswati. Okay, so this, just like the Sangam, this Devaprayag is the place of confluence of river Bhagirathi and river Alaknanda. Just like that, Rudraprayag is a place where there is a confluence of Mandakini river and Alaknanda river. Now then there is Karnaprayag. Now if I talk about the river Karnaprayag, now there is Pindar river at the place Karnaprayag. Okay, now if I talk about the pilgrim place Badrinath, now these questions are being asked by various examinations, so it is important if you just have a outlook on these. So Badrinath is a place which is situated on the bank of river Alaknanda. And if I talk about the Kedarnath, so Kedarnath is situated on the bank of river Mandakini. Okay, so this information you have to know about. Now, if I talk about the more eastern tributaries of river Ganga, then there is Yamuna. Now, Yamuna is a tributary of Ganga, and some of the rivers that are the tributaries of Yamuna are Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Kain, Hindon. So you can just write down these tributaries. Okay, if you have a notebook, you can just write it down. So this Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Kain, Hindon, etc. These are the tributaries of river Yamuna. Now, if I talk about the Son river rises from the peninsular India, peninsular plateau region of the area Amarkantak. It rises from Amarkantak and it flows northwards and is a right bank tributary of river Ganga. So two of the right bank tributaries of river Ganga. So these are the facts that I'm telling you are really important. So if you know that, if you know these facts, you can just revise, or if you are new to this video or new to these facts, you can just write it down or listen to this video multiple times. If I talk about the right bank tributaries of Ganga, so the Son river is there, the Yamuna river is there, then there is river Gomti, etc. These all are the right bank tributaries of river Ganga. Okay, now let us move towards the peninsular region. Okay, okay, let us see here Brahmaputra as well now. Okay, now if we talk about Brahmaputra, so majority the river lies in the northeastern part of the India, that is the seven sister states. Most majority of the Brahmaputra rivers drains in Arunachal Pradesh. Then if we talk about the catchment area, at the second number there is Assam. Okay, now this Brahmaputra is also rises from the Tibet Mansarovar. This is another important point you need to know. It also rises from Tibet Mansarovar. If I talk about the tributaries of river Brahmaputra, then it is Teesta. Now this Teesta river is in Sikkim, and ultimately this river Teesta merges into Brahmaputra. Other tributaries of river Brahmaputra are Subansiri, Kameng, Dibang, Lohit. Okay, these are the examples of, these are the tributaries of river Brahmaputra. Okay, now we have also seen about the Brahmaputra. Let's now straight away move to the peninsular rivers. Okay, now the peninsular rivers, just like there is northern India rivers, that is Ganga, Yamuna, etc. So these rivers show an important thing that is called meanders. They form meanders, but the peninsular plateau rivers are does not form meanders. Also, the northern rivers, just like Ganga, etc., are also the rivers of the peninsular India. Just a second. The rivers such as Ganga, etc., are non-perennial. They have water all round the clock, all round the tenure in which they flow, all round the year. Okay, now if I talk about some of the peninsular plateau rivers, then we need to know about the three rivers which are west flowing. Okay, now the rivers in the western ghats, these are the rivers which they flows east. Okay, these are in the eastern ghats. Some the rivers of the western ghats flows west, but some of the peninsular rivers are there which flows west. Okay, and these west flowing rivers are really important for you to know. Now these west flowing rivers are Narmada, Tapi and Mahi. These are some of the rivers that flows westward. Okay, also now let us see about some of the rivers of the South India. Now if I talk about the river Narmada, let me give you some of the additional information. Now this river Narmada, it flows between Satpura range and Vindhyachal range. Okay, it has its origin at Amarkantak. Now if I talk about the largest river of the peninsular India, it is Godavari. Okay. Now let us see the next thing, that is, let us talk about now the water basin of the river Narmada. It is in MP, Maharashtra, Gujarat. Okay, these are the rivers where the Narmada, these are the states where the Narmada rivers drain. Now if we talk about the rivers of the south, then there is Kaveri. Let us see firstly about the Kaveri. Now it rises from the Brahmagiri hills in Karnataka, and the states in which this river Kaveri flows is Karnataka, then there is Kerala, and then there is Tamil Nadu. Okay. If we talk about river Godavari, it rises from Maharashtra, and in Maharashtra where the Triambakeshwar is the place. Now, if I talk about the states where this flows, it is Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, then some of the other states, MP, Karnataka, etc. These are also the states where this Godavari river has its river basin. If I talk about the river Krishna, it has its origin in Maharashtra, Mahabaleshwar. And if I talk about the states, these are Maharashtra, Karnataka, then there is Telangana, then there is Andhra Pradesh. Now the dam Krishna Raj Sagar Dam in the Andhra Pradesh is located on the river Krishna. If I talk about the river Pennar, so these are all the PYQs that I am telling you. So if I talk about the river Pennar, it flows in Karnataka and as well as the Andhra Pradesh, and also has the river basin in this state. Okay, if I talk about the river Vaigai, then this Vaigai river is there in Tamil Nadu. Okay, now this is regarding all the information that I have. So let us now straight away move to the questions, and rest of the points will solve here only. Now let us see the first question. Consider the following tributaries of Indus. How many of the above are the right bank tributaries of Indus? So straight away there is a question of the right bank tributaries. Now let us see. I have told you the Indus river originates from Mansarovar in Tibet. Okay. Now some of the left bank tributaries of Indus, you can just write it down. These are the, also a point here to note is that the river Indus flows between the Ladakh and Karakoram range. It flows between the Ladakh and Karakoram range. Some of the left bank tributaries of river Indus is Janskar, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Satluj. Okay, these are all the left bank tributaries. If I talk about the right bank tributaries, that I have already told you, the river Shyok, river Gilgit, Hunza river, Kabul river, etc. These all are the right bank tributaries of river Indus. So there is Janskar, this is a left bank tributary, Chenab is a left bank tributary, Beas is a left bank tributary, Shyok and Gilgit, both of these are the right bank tributary of river Indus. So the correct option to this, the correct answer to this question is only 2. Okay, you can just write down these facts. These facts are ultimately very important, so you can revise it accordingly. Okay, let's now move to the next question. Now we have to arrange the following tributaries of river Indus from south to north. So it would be easier for us to arrange it north to south. Now if we know the name of the city that is lying on the bank of the rivers, so if we see about Satluj here, okay, if we see about Satluj here, then we can get a brief idea about this. Is lies, the city of Ludhiana lies on the bank of river Satluj, so it is the southernmost. So then there is river Beas. Okay, so the correct order from south to north would be Satluj, and then above Satluj it will be river Beas. So let us 3, 5 and 3 is being followed. 3 and 5 is being followed in which option? So 3 and 5 is being followed here. Next is river Ravi, and this river Ravi is ultimately, it flows in Punjab, and then it ultimately drains into Pakistan. Then comes the river Chenab, and then to the most northern side is river Jhelum. So the river Jhelum is on the northernmost side and river Satluj is on the southernmost side. So C is going to be our correct answer to this question. Okay, now let me tell you some information about these rivers. Okay, so let us see about the Jhelum river first. So it originates in India, and in India there is a place called Verinag. It originates there. Okay, now the river, the lake Vular Lake, as we know, the river Vular, the Vular Lake in Srinagar is drained by this waters of Jhelum. Now, if we talk about the Chenab, then this Chenab is made up of two streams, which is known as Chandra and Bhaga. Both of these combines to form Chenab river. Okay, and this rises in the Himachal Pradesh. Okay, also you need to know that the Chenab is the largest tributary of river Indus. Next in the line is river Ravi. So this Ravi originates in Himachal Pradesh near Kullu, and it is a tributary of Chenab. Okay, and it drains into Pir Panjal range, areas of Pir Panjal range. Now, next after Ravi is Beas. Beas originates in the Rohtang Pass. So most of these have origin in the Himachal Pradesh. Okay, and then at last there is Satluj. This river Satluj originates in Tibet, that is Mansarovar Lake. Okay, and it enters India at the Shipkila Pass, which is in Himachal Pradesh. So the correct order to this question is C. I have also told you the most of the information about these rivers. So the information is equally important as important the question is. Now next is we have to match here. Now if we see Dev Prayag, I have already told you in the explanation part, it is the meeting point of Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. So the first option is incorrect. If I talk about the Rudraprayag, then it is the meeting point of Mandakini and Alaknanda. So this is also wrong. So two of these are absolutely wrong. Then there is Karnaprayag. So the Karnaprayag is the location where Alaknanda and Pindar river, it confluences. So the third option is given here is correct. Then comes the Vishnu Prayag. So it is the confluence point of Dhauli Ganga and Alaknanda. So the fourth point is also correct. So out of these options, only two of the given pairs are correct. So I have told you about these two. These are the most important points that are being asked in the various examination. Now about the Karna Prayag and Vishnu Prayag, you need to have just a little bit of idea to solve the question effectively. So B is the correct answer to this question. That is, only two of the given pairs are correct. Let us now move to the next question. Now let us now see the next question, that is question number 4. Now arrange the following tributaries of river Ganga in west to east direction. Now let us see one by one the information about these tributaries. Now if I talk about the Ram Ganga river, it is the most westernmost tributary of river Ganga, and it originates near Nainital in Uttarakhand, and it joins the river Ganga in the UP. If I talk about the Gandak, it comes next to river Gandak. The river Gandak originates in Nepal Himalayas, and it flows through whole of the Nepal, and it joins the Ganga river in Bihar. The next river in the line is river Kosi. The river Kosi is a left bank tributary of river Ganga. Just remember, I have told you some of the information about the right bank tributary of river Ganga. So let us revise these right bank tributaries here only. The right bank tributaries of river Ganga is Yamuna river. Then I mentioned about the river Son. Then there is a tributary called Kiul, then Punpun. You just don't need to know all of this, just have a brief idea. Now, let us see the left bank tributary of river Ganga. So some of the left bank tributary is Gomti. It is Ghagra. I'm sorry if I mistook it in the earlier part of the video. I think I've told you about Gomti that it is a right bank tributary. It is not. It is the left bank tributary. River Gomti, Ghagra river, Kosi, Gandak, etc. These all are the Kosi, Mahananda. All are the left bank tributary of river Ganga. Now let us see about the Mahananda river. So this Mahananda river originates in Darjeeling. So if you are having a brief idea, you will get to know that the Gandak river is the easternmost, not Gandak, but Mahanadi river is the easternmost river. Then is the Kosi. So 2 is followed by 3, 2 is followed by 3 in 2 options. Then there is Gandak, and then there is Ramganga. So B is the correct answer to this question. So I am also telling you about the options here. Okay, so you just have a brief idea about where these river flows. Now the next question. So how many of the following are the tributaries of river Yamuna? Now if we talk about the river Yamuna, let us see some of the information. First of all, the river Yamuna is the longest tributary of river Ganga. Okay, and it meets Ganga at Prayagraj, and the point of confluence is known as Sangam. Now this river Yamuna originates, if I talk about the origin, it originates at Badarpunch at the Yamunotri glacier. Now some of the left bank tributaries of river Yamuna are Hindon, Tons, and some of the right bank tributaries of river Yamuna is Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Kane. These are all the right bank tributaries. Okay, so here the information is being asked about the tributaries of river Yamuna. So all of this, Hindon, Sabi, Betwa, Kane, all of these are the tributaries of river Yamuna. So the correct answer is all of the 4 is the correct answer. Let us now see the next question, that is we have to arrange here the tributaries of Brahmaputra from east to west. Okay, now let us talk about firstly about the Brahmaputra river. So this question I have just made this question a little bit difficult to just give you an idea about the tributaries. You just need to know, you don't need to know about the alignment, you just need to have information about the tributaries. Okay, that one is enough. So if I talk about the Brahmaputra, it originates in Mansarovar in Tibet. Next important fact is about some of the left bank tributaries of river Brahmaputra, and these are Siang, Dibang, Lohit, Budhi Dihang, and Dhansi. These are the left bank tributaries. If I talk about the right bank tributaries of river Brahmaputra, this is Subansiri. Next one is Kameng. Then there is Manas, Sankosh. These are some of the right bank tributary. And one river is also there, Teesta river is also there, which is a right bank tributary of river Brahmaputra. So if I talk about the alignment, so the correct alignment from east to west, the easternmost is coming, the easternmost here is, the easternmost sequence is Subansiri, then there is Kameng, then there is Manas, and then there is Shankosh. Okay, so this is the alignment of the river. Okay, B is the correct answer to this question. You just don't need to know the east to west direction, you just need to know about the left bank, the right bank tributaries, and most importantly the tributaries of river Brahmaputra. That is enough. This information is enough for you. Now let us see the next question, that is question number 7. This river originates in Sikkim. Now in the explanation part only I have dealt with this question. And after flowing through the West Bengal, it joins Jamuna in Bangladesh. Which river has been referred to in here? Now, if I talk about the river that originates in Sikkim and flows in the state of Sikkim is River Teesta. I have already told this explanation in the explanation part. Okay. And this Teesta river is a tributary of Brahmaputra and it is known as River Jamuna in Bangladesh. So I hope the fact is clear. Teesta is going to be the correct answer to this question. Now next question is about, consider the following statement regarding the Indian rivers. The first statement is, Narmada and Tapi are major rivers which flow between the Vindhyas and the Satpuras. Okay, first of all, let us see some of the information about the Vindhyas range. So if I talk about this Vindhya range, these Vindhyas range are found in Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, then there is Bihar, then there is Chhattisgarh. Okay, and if I talk about this Satpura range, this Satpura range lies in Gujarat, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So if I talk about the river Narmada, it flows between the Vindhya and the Satpura range. Okay, now the river Tapi, which is given here, it originates in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and it flows westward and it ultimately drains into the Gujarat. And Gujarat mein kahan? That is Gulf of Khambat. It drains at Gulf of Khambat. So the Tapi river does not flow between Vindhya and Satpura, but the Narmada river does. So the first statement is incorrect. If I talk about the second statement, that Mahi and Luni are the only river in India that crosses the Tropic of Cancer twice. Now there is only one river, that is Mahi river, that crosses the Tropic of Cancer twice. So only second one is the first option is correct, not the Luni river. And river Luni flows in the state of Gujarat and it is an inland drainage river. It means it originates in the Gujarat only and it drains in the Gujarat and it does not meet any river or does not form any delta. It just perishes. Okay, it has an inland drainage. So both of the given statement here are not correct. Let us now move to the next question, that is, we have to mention some of the west flowing rivers in India. Okay, now the correct option to this is a very complex type of question. So you just need to know that the west flowing river is Budha Bangla and Vamsadra are not among the west flowing rivers. Other than this, Mandovi, Gangavali, Bepur, all of this river. Also Narmada, Tapi, Mahi, Periyar river, Bharatpuzha river, all of these are the west flowing rivers. Two of the rivers that you need to know, that you can keep in mind, is Vamsadra and Budha Balanga river. These are the east flowing rivers, not the west flowing rivers. So 3 and 5 is the correct answer to this question. Let us now see the next question, that is question number 10. Now which of the following rivers, arrange the following rivers in the south to north direction. Now if we see about this, सबसे पहले तो Rushikulya river, this is a major river of Odisha. If we talk about the Gosthani river, it is the river which originates in the Andhra Pradesh. Then if I talk about the Nagavali, it is also in Odisha. And Vamsada river, if I talk about, it is rises in the state of Odisha. Okay, if I talk about the alignment of south to north, so the correct orientation is Nagavali, then there is Vamsadra, then there is Gosthani, and then there is Rishikulya. D is going to be the correct answer to this question. So these are some of the important points. The explanation part of this video is very important. I hope you have liked this video, and if you have liked this video, do give this video a like, and you can comment down the suggestions below, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.